Hi there. My name is Carla, and I'm a case manager at Shelters of Saratoga. We have a 23-bed emergency shelter here in Saratoga, and additionally, we have a Code Blue shelter that recently opened for the year. Our Code Blue shelter has 61 cots, and then we have accommodations for any overflow if we have more cots that are needed. Shelters of Saratoga provides services for clothing, housing, food. Okay. And we also have case management services that we provide, which will assist people with a variety of different things. Our future is looking great. We have a lot of new and exciting things that are happening at the shelter. So hopefully in the near future, we'll be able to provide more services. So.
All right. So thank you to Shelters of Saratoga. So Paul Bosford is going to share his story, and John Dillon has been inspired by that story to create a new song for you. So take it away, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
All right, my name is Paul. I was born in Lake Luzerne, New York. Actually, I was born today, 1965. Thank you. I was number 7 of 9 to be exact. I got 6 brothers, 1 sister. My oldest brother was born deceased. I can go back to remember from 4 years old. So I was a little kid with about 200 warts on my body at that time. I remember sitting in back of a willow tree, popping warts off my hands with a nail. So that was, back then it was like pretty bad, getting called names and all that good stuff. I felt like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. My dad, we didn't have a great relationship even at 4 years old. My grandmother, my dad's mom, didn't like me much either. So it was a rough time. So growing up like that, at 9 years old, my dad, even then, he was a mean drunk, nice guy, sober. So on my birthday, instead of making a birthday wish, I looked at my mom and I made a birthday promise. The promise was that I'd never drink, smoke, do drugs, anything like that. So today is a 48-year promise that I never broke, and I never will. So as of all that, I grew up at the age of 12 through 16. I was molested by my cousin. I never told my mom until about 2 years before she passed. At the age of 21, whoever said lightning never strikes twice in the same spot, that's a lie. My mom's house was struck 20 minutes in the same spot twice. We watched the storm roll down the Saratoga River. We watched it roll down into the Hudson. 20 minutes later, it came back and struck my mom's house again, same spot. So at that point, I joined the local volunteer fire department because they were short of manpower. 21 years old, I weighed about 110 pounds. It was fun. I loved it. I did it for 13 years. I was an EMT. I did that for 22. We delivered a baby in 1993 or 92. That day, it couldn't get any better. You delivered a baby. Well, I found out I was going to be a father for the first time. So that was even better. I got married. My first child was July 21st of 93. Then at 1997, I had twins. Couldn't get any better there either. My dad, I got divorced and marriage was okay for 7 years. It didn't last. December 21st, I was divorced in 1999. A week later, my dad passed away. But in November, I gave my dad his first ride, or last ride to the hospital. I was the driver of the ambulance. We dropped him off, or sounds pretty bad, I dropped him off, I'm sorry. When we were wheeling my dad into the Saratoga hospital, the first time he's ever said, "I'm proud of you and I love you." That's the very first time in his life, and I was an EMT. So he did say that. That was the last time he spoke to any of us. December 28th of 1999, my dad passed away. Like I said, I got divorced on the 21st, so a week later, you couldn't ask for anybody's life changing quick. At that time, my ex-wife and myself got back together. A couple of years later, when I was dumb, we did it again. Got remarried.
Lightning strikes twice.
3 times. So we lasted another 10 years, 12 years. My mom passed away January 29th, 2012. Well, the marriage didn't last then, because that day I found her in bed with another guy. Same day as my mom. So that didn't last. Marriage over. Got divorced July 19th, 2012. My son's birthday, July 21st. He was born on 93, July 21st, 93. My twins were born July 30th, 97. They were born on my parents' 42nd year anniversary. So that was cool. Growing up in the 20s was my favorite time of the year. So I got married again. Stupid me. Number 3. That lasted about 1 year. I got mad. My wife at the time could not handle somebody getting mad. She thought we were supposed to be perfect, smile every day. Well, I got a letter from the courts that said I owed my ex-wife, number 1 and 2, $13,000. And I punched my windshield, put my hand through it. I'm bipolar. I lost control, and I lost that with my wife. I still love her, and I love her parents. I love her sister. They were great people. So I figured they were my life, So that didn't last. I moved to Schenectady, closer to my job. Loved my job. February, I got assaulted up to 2021. The guy beat the hell out of me. So I lost my job on that one. Haven't been able to work. I got neuropathy in both feet. It's going up my shins. I can't feel them. So I lost my job, lost my apartment. Come up here, I lived with my daughter in Glens Falls. Guess who's on the lease? My ex-wife, 1 and 2. She tells me I got to get out. So I decided to say, no, you can't force me. Well, bipolar, been doing great, no temper. She pushes me, swears, pushes. I tell her to stop, please, in front of my grandchildren. She pushes me again. I lose control of my temper. I didn't hit her. I didn't push her. I just yelled at her. She calls the cops. I get an order of protection. I sleep under a dock for 4 nights. I go to social services. They put me in a crappy-ass hotel. And then they call up and say, you got to go to a shelter. I have no clue what a shelter is, except in my mind I hear, there's cots all over the place, and I got people I don't know. I don't like people I don't know, because I'm afraid that somebody's going to get in my face and I'm going to lose it. Well, I meet Carla, and these guys are awesome, and they work with you, and it's great. So that's it.
Kinfolk, chaos, Lake Luzerne. Sticks and stones, bridges burn. Climb the tree out in the yard, my escape from living hard. I promised my mom I would do things right, try to live decent life. Never drank, never smoked, never took a friendly toke. Mean drunks and fools, trouble in school, blindside challenges, ridicule, fell through the cracks, ran through the blaze, but I'll rise from the ashes to better days. By day I worked my cooking skills. Wasn't much, but it paid the bills. At night a firehouse volunteer, an EMT with all the gear. I drove my dad on his final ride. No longer need a place to hide. Past behind me, start anew, look ahead, enjoy the view. Mean drunks and fools, trouble in school, blindside challenges, ridicule, fell through the cracks, ran through the blaze, gonna rise from the ashes to better days. The folks at the shelter gave me hope to face my challenges, learn to cope. Grateful for the helping hand, on my own 2 feet, now I'll stand. Mean drunks and fools, trouble in school. When I was young, I didn't have the tools, but that's in the past. I put out the blaze, now I rise from the ashes to better days. I rise from the ashes to better days. Thank you.